Good glorious morning, everybody. Today we're working on a Onan micro quiet 4,000 watt generator, and what it's doing, it's not starting. It was running and then it sputtered, act like it was running out of gas, and then it quit. So the first thing I did is I checked the prime, and fuel pump is not clicking, not kicking in, doing anything. So what I did is, first thing is I pulled the fuel line off. I filled the fuel bowl up manually with a hose and a gas can, and filled the fuel bowl up, and it cranked up and run. Then I shut it off. I then went and checked the fuel line before the fuel pump and made sure that we had fuel coming in. We did. So what we got to do is get into the fuel pump here on this generator. And to do that, I got to pull the solenoid out. I've already unhooked the wire, the battery wire, taped it, pushed it up out of the way. I've got to pull the solenoid here out. I got to pull the control box out and then get to the pump. We found the fuel pump online, and it had a part number. So what I did is I called AutoZone here in town, gave them the part number, and I could have the fuel pump tomorrow for the same price as what we found it online. So we went ahead and ordered that, and we'll get a filter for it. It's a screw-in filter. We'll get a filter for it. So we'll have the fuel pump tomorrow, but we're going to go ahead and pull everything off today and kind of get ahead of the game. And tomorrow we'll go pick the pump up and get it put on, get the generator up and going, and it'll be up and running again. It's just simple things, testing to make sure what the problem is before you just throw parts. Yeah, some people would just be like, I'll just put a fuel pump in it and it'll work. Yeah, but what if you had a problem where you didn't have power coming to the fuel pump? That's one thing we got to get in here and check and make sure of that. So, but we got to get some of the stuff out to even get to the pump, to get to the wires for the pump, to check that. But I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff here pulled out, and then we'll, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and get everything pulled out, and then we'll get it together. Yeah. You know what I mean. Okay, I have the starter solenoid disconnected and moved out of the way. There's just one bolt that holds it on. As you can tell, the other end goes on there, and then the one bolt holds it on to the control box. And then there's two bolts that hold the control box on. I took them out, twisted the box, and got the wires undone. There's two bolts that holds the brain in. It's here and here. Both of them are Torx bits. But once I got the brain out, I looked. I found a wire. That's the wire that goes to the fuel pump. And laying right next to the wire is the other end of it. So what I'm going to do is put a new connector on here, put it back together, and see what it does. That may have been the only issue, was just the wire had broke. Why would the wire break? Vibration. That's the main cause of it. This is just the vibration could cause it to break. So I'm going to put a new end on it and put it together here and kind of show you what we're doing. Okay, I got it put back together. Got all the bolts in because the solenoid will need a ground, so I got all the bolts and everything back in. Let's see what it does. Let's see if we can hear it. That's a fuel pump priming. Let it prime up. Let's see if it'll start. in most cases, you can leave it at that. Be like, it was just a wire. Fix the wire, and it's good to go. Yeah, it's running everything else. Now the dilemma is, should we go ahead and put a new fuel pump in it, or just let it run, just like it is? Something I'll talk to Eric about. We'll see what he wants to do, and then go from there. But yeah, simple fix. If you're on the road, that's a simple fix. Doesn't cost you anything, just a little bit of time. Sometimes they're simple like that, other times they're not. So that was the easy fix. So let me find out what Eric wants to do. See if he wants to go ahead and put a new fuel pump in it. Then we're into it, and kind of go from there. Okay, we got him all buttoned up. Everything works. We let it run for a little bit. No problems with that. I talked to him, and he says, well, as long as it's running, there's no need of actually putting a fuel pump in it. I showed him how easy it is to get it. I showed him how easy it is to get to it and everything. So as long as it's running right now, he's happy. This was just a simple fix. So simple things can cause big problems, and big problems can be simple things. So got him taken care of. Questions, comments, please like and subscribe. I'll catch y'all in the next video.